Hi everyone, and welcome to Mighty Ginkgo Tutorials. My name is Zero and I'll be your instructor for this. So guys, hi, welcome. Guess what body we're working with today? I can't believe it. It's the Belleza body. I hope that's how you say that right. That's what I always heard it said. So I'm sorry. So yeah, we have the Belleza body, and we finally are able to make clothes for the Belleza body using Blender. Oh my god, I am so happy. I never thought this day would come. I feel like my hair that I pulled out has been avenged, and I am a very happy person. So I'm going to give you a quick backstory on that, and then we're going to dive into the tutorial. So a while back, I tried to make a Belleza dev kit like I did with the Maitreya one, and I failed all over the place. I made a video that was a bit long, ranting about why I hate the Belleza body, and pretty much gave up on that. But I put all the files that I had and the project stuff I did trying to get this body to work, and somebody heard my plea and answered my prayers. Thank you. And decided to succeed where I failed. So there was a lovely viewer by the name of Bearded Turnip who was like, I can do this, and did it. So now, thanks to Bearded Turnip, we have a dev kit that we can use, and we can make our Belleza clothes in Blender. Now, the reason why I listed this video as a mini tutorial is because I won't be able to show you like in depth like I usually do with my other ones. You know how I normally have the body, the body dev kit, and I show you how to rig, and we go through Marvel Designer and all the rest of that jazz, and it's usually about a 7-part video, and then you're like an expert by the end. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that with this video because I'm not confident enough in my abilities with this body just yet. What I mean by that is, in order to use this body, you need to have Blender 7.8. I mean, you need to have an updated Blender. I think the minimum is Blender 7.77, 2.77, or 2.78. I'm using 2.78. And you definitely need to have a copy of Avstar 2.0. Now, don't judge the rigging, the clipping that's being done on these right now. That was just a quick rig so I can see if it works, and it does. With a little more time and effort, I think that the shirt will stop clipping. So sorry if you're noticing all that clipping that's going on right there. As you know, I've always used Avstar 1 and Blender 2.72. That was my jam. But this doesn't really work with it. I mean, it kind of sort of does. I'm able to save the blend from 2.78, and then weight paint in 2.72, then put it back in 2.78 for the export. And I think that's a little cumbersome to try to show you guys that workflow. So I don't feel comfortable being like, okay, so to do this, you need two blenders, two Avstars, and the body. So I don't want to do that. So that's why I'm just showing you how to pretty much export your garment from the dev kit, and then, you guys should already know by now how to import it. And how to weight and all that stuff, because, we did the back to basics things. You should know this by now. But if you feel comfortable doing the back to back thing, then by George, go for it. Or if that doesn't bother you, then I'll do the tutorial for that as well, in that style. And oh my god, I'm so sorry. I know you just like, shut up and show us the body. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy we finally got this done. Alright, so I'm gonna shut up now and go into Blender and then talk about the body and show you the body. So yeah, let's dive in there and I'll show you this mini tutorial. Okay, so we're here in Blender. We're in Blender 2.78, and I'm using Avstar 2. I think this is release client 7. I know at the time of this recording, the latest one is like release client 12 or something like that. So I'm good. I don't really want to update that far. I'm happy with this one because I keep seeing people saying they're getting weird errors, and I'm like, nope, I mastered this. I am not going to go back, and I'm going to just deal with it until the full non-release client comes out. Anyway, so that's where I started. So I guess if you have a later edition of Avstar 2, it should work. So let's see what's going on with this body. So when you open up the body, it should say, it should look like this. it should have the Venus Natural starting as the default, and it should have the body and the bone layer activated. If you want to switch bodies and you don't want to work with the Venus Natural body, you can come over here to the right side of your screen, and you can just click one of the eyes and you can switch between the bodies. I put them all on the same first layer right here so they're not like cluttering up your layer, and I also tossed in a free pair of the yoga clothes that I was doing yoga in, so in case you wanted to practice waiting on some clothes, and you want to dive in and practice. So yeah, so I'm gonna go back and just scan through and show you that the bodies are here and you can do it. They're all weighted, they're all fit mesh. This is not the bento one, so you can't attach rings or anything like that to this body, so you'll have to figure that one out on your own, or possibly try to add your own bento skeleton to this if you want to, but this is just the normal one, not the bento one, so I figure people will just be happy to be able to make clothes rather than be like, well, I can't make rings, blah, blah, blah. Forget the rings, you get the clothes. Well, anyway, so you get to pick what clothes you want, and what body you want from here, and then you'll be good. Just export it as an OBJ, and you can put it in Marvelous Designer as well. Do not, by default, the Belleza body comes in the A pose. Do not change this into the T pose. You cannot do that. That will mess up everything. The Belleza rig is an A pose rig, so you have to use A pose rest place thingy mabob here. Another thing about this body is that the feet are all in the high position. The kit doesn't come with any of the low feet or any other feet. I guess that's because girls in Second Life tend to only wear the high feet anyway, so I guess it'll be a waste to put the low feet weights in there. So I guess you guys can make your shoes too if you want to, as well as your clothes. So that's another cool thing about this body. Also, sliders are enabled, so you can change the slider if you want. So I'm going to see if I can. I haven't really played with it. Hopefully it doesn't break it. If it does, it's all your fault for making me demonstrate it. Alright, so let's see. Leg muscles. My computer's screaming like, no! Come on, leg muscles. You know you wanna. There we go. Okay, so you see it does work. So you'll be able to play around with that and maybe do the same thing like we did with the Maitreya body, where you were able to put your own custom shape in there. So that's that. So that's pretty much all there is to this body. Now let's say you made your clothes already and you want to export them out. So how do you go about exporting this out? So I'm going to show you real quick so you can jump right in. So let's pretend we just got back into Blender and we made a garment. We made a t-shirt and our pants, like always. And we attached it to the skeleton. And then we rigged it so it's all weighted and stuff. So when you go to test it, it moves. So I'm going to test it for the humor of it. So when we test it, press R. Oh, I don't even think. Oh, damn. This Blender doesn't have screencast. I have to download that plugin. Yay for updates. Anyway, so we're going to press R and I'm going to rotate it, and you can see it does bend and it weights and everything is happy, and we want to export it. So what we need to do is select our clothing layer, which is right here. You want to select just your clothes, and you're going to go File, Export, Collada Avstar, and you're going to make sure that you have the Use Bind Pose box checked. Very important. You need to have that box checked. If you don't, then it's going to sink into the shoulders like it was doing before. So make sure you check that box. If it fails, then you didn't check that box. Check that box. So when you check the box and you hit export, it's going to do its Avstar thing, and then you just import it back in, and then you should have this shirt. So if you want to test it out, you can too. I was using the Venus natural body, and I guess you would have to edit the shirt to match the other stuff, the perky or the push-up, depending on whatever you want to do with the Venus body or whatever. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. The Belleza dev kit in a nutshell. All the stuff you need will be in the description, so you can just pick up your copy and then start playing. I can't wait to see what you guys make. I feel like we made a big step towards making fan kits, and oh my god, the marketplace is going to be overflowing with clothes. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am, and I hope you guys make a lot of clothes and stuff, and I hope you like, yeah, don't tell me I gotta fill out an application. I'm making stuff now. Anyway, so that's it for this video. I gotta bounce over to the next one because we have like a butt ton of dev kits to get through, and I'm not going to get them done by talking here. So this has been 0 to 10th, and I will see you guys on the battlefield of creation. Have fun and good luck with your projects. Bye!